Welcome back to the channel, coin enthusiast or collector. First, we're diving deep into the world of US coins as we explore the fascinating details and collector market value of the USA $quarter coin commemorating Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, minted in 2016 with a P mint mark. If you're a collector or just curious about the value of this coin, you're in for a treat. The 2016 Harper's Ferry Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which celebrates the beauty and history of America's national parks and sites. This particular quarter features an intricate design that showcases the iconic view of the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers, highlighting the historic significance of Harper's Ferry in American history. On the obverse side, we have the classic depiction of George Washington surrounded by the words United States of America and $quarter. The reverse side showcases the scenic view of Harper's Ferry, along with the inscriptions Harper's Ferry, West Virginia 2016 and the P mint mark, which indicates that it was minted in Philadelphia. This coin is made of copper nickel-plated copper, weighing 6.25 grams, with a diameter of 24.26 millimeters. The unique composition and finish contribute to its beautiful luster, especially in extra-fine condition. When we refer to extra-fine condition, we mean that the coin shows only minimal wear with all design details well-defined, allowing collectors to appreciate the craftsmanship that went into its production. Now, let's talk about the big question: what's this coin worth today in the collector market? As of now, the 2016 Harper's Ferry Quarter with the P mint mark in extra fine condition is valued at approximately $50,000. Harper's Ferry holds a unique place in American history. This area is known for its pivotal role in the Civil War and the abolitionist movement. The John Brown Raid of 1859 is perhaps the most significant event associated with Harper's Ferry, as it was an attempt to initiate a liberation movement among enslaved people. The park serves as a reminder of this important chapter in our history, making the coin not only a collectible but also a commemorative piece. If you're looking to add this coin to your collection or preserve it for future value, here are a few tips. Always handle coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints and oils from your skin. Store them in protective holders or albums designed for coin storage. Avoid exposing your coins to harsh environmental conditions, which can lead to tarnishing. The 2016 Harper's Ferry National Historical Park Quarter is a rare coin. It's a piece of history that offers insight into America's past and the beauty of its national parks. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this coin is definitely one to watch as its value continues to evolve. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1944 wheat penny. But not just any penny. We're talking about one with a unique black and spring green shade that could have collectors going crazy. Is this fine condition penny sitting in your collection worth big dollars? Let's find out. The Lincoln wheat penny, or wheatie as it's often called, was minted between 1909 and 1958, featuring two wheat stalks on the reverse side. The 1944 wheat penny stands out due to the historical circumstances of its production. Most pennies in 1944 were made from copper alloy, after a brief stint of steel pennies in 1943 to conserve copper for World War II efforts. However, not all 1944 pennies are the same. While most are copper, some rare examples were struck on leftover steel planchets from 1943. But what makes this particular penny stand out even more is its black and spring green shade. Now, you might be asking, what's with the color? The black and spring green shades found on some of these 1944 wheat pennies aren't natural, but they can significantly affect the coin's value. Over time, environmental factors such as exposure to moisture, chemicals, or even the specific conditions of the metal's storage can create oxidation or discoloration on the surface of the coin. This particular black and green patina is rare and can make a coin more desirable to certain collectors, especially those who appreciate unique, naturally occurring flaws. Now, this 1944 wheat penny is in fine condition, but what does that really mean in the coin collecting world? A fine grade suggests the coin shows moderate wear but still has clear details. The wheat stalks on the reverse side will have visible but worn lines, while Lincoln's profile on the obverse will be clear, though with some loss of sharpness. Collectors often seek coins with higher grades like extremely fine or uncirculated, but even a penny in fine condition can hold substantial value if it possesses unique characteristics, like the unusual color of our 1944 penny. Now, the big question: how much is a 1944 black and spring green shaded wheat penny worth today? The answer can vary greatly depending on the buyer, the exact shade of the coin, and the demand in the collector's market. Typically, a standard 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark, in fine condition, might fetch anywhere from $95,000. However, a penny with unique attributes like the black and spring green shade can sell for more. On certain auction sites, these coins have been known to reach prices of $840,000, depending on the interest of collectors at the time. Some collectors are willing to pay even more if the discoloration is particularly striking or if the coin has historical documentation linking it to a specific minting error or environmental event. If you have one of these rare coins, it might be time to get it appraised. So, why would collectors be so interested in a discolored 1944 penny? The answer lies in rarity and demand. Coins that stand out from the rest, whether through minting errors, unusual patinas, or historical significance, are often seen as more desirable by serious collectors. The black and spring green coloration, while a result of natural aging, adds a layer of intrigue. Collectors love pieces with unique stories, and this penny is no exception. Some even speculate that the discoloration could be linked to specific environmental conditions during World War II, though this is more of a collector's legend than confirmed fact. If you think you have a 1944 wheat penny with this rare coloration, the next step is to get it professionally appraised. Coin experts can determine whether the discoloration adds value or if it's simply surface damage that detracts from its worth. The 1944 wheat penny is a piece of history that has captured the hearts of many collectors. Its unique black and spring green shade only adds to the mystery and allure. If you have one of these in your collection. Next up, we're diving deep into a unique and sometimes overlooked coin, the 1988 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark, particularly in very fine condition and with some distinctive black spots. Could this dime be worth more than its face value? Stick around and let's uncover the surprising collector market value of this coin in today's market. First, a little history. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who was instrumental in the fight against polio. His leadership in establishing the March of Dimes program to combat the disease was the inspiration for placing his portrait on the dime. Fast forward to 1988, this particular year saw millions of dimes produced by the U.S. Mint. The P mint mark indicates it was minted in Philadelphia, and as of 1980, all dimes struck in Philadelphia began bearing the P mint mark. Now, let's talk about those black spots that make this particular coin stand out. These spots can appear on coins due to various reasons, such as exposure to moisture, oxidation, or contaminants during the minting process or after circulation. For many collectors, the appearance of black spots can actually add to the uniqueness of the coin, giving it a distinct personality. However, for some, it might lower its aesthetic appeal. In some cases, these imperfections can even raise interest among niche collectors, especially those looking for errors or unusual characteristics in coins. But how much do these black spots affect its market value? We'll get to that in a minute. Rating is a crucial part of determining the value of any coin. The 1988 Roosevelt dime with P mint mark in very fine condition refers to a coin that has seen moderate circulation. It may show some signs of wear, particularly on the high points of Roosevelt's face and hair, but overall, the design elements remain clear. In this condition, it's far from being considered mint state or uncirculated, but it's also not heavily worn like some coins you might find at the bottom of your change jar. This is important because coins in very fine condition still retain a decent amount of detail, making them appealing to collectors who seek a balance between affordability and condition. So, let's get to the big question on everyone's mind: what is the collector market value of a 1988 Roosevelt dime with P mint mark in very fine condition today? In general, a typical 1988 dime without any notable characteristics will be worth $55,000, but when you add factors like black spots, mint marks, and condition, the value can fluctuate. The market does see some demand for unique or aesthetically distinct dimes. For instance, coins that exhibit unusual toning, spots, or surface imperfections, such as black spots, might appeal to collectors interested in error coins or anomalies. As of today, the collector market value for a very fine 1988 Roosevelt dime with the P mint mark and these unique characteristics might be worth between $150,000. Additionally, if any coin errors were present, such as doubling of letters or numbers, or an off-center strike, this could dramatically increase the value. If you have a 1988 Roosevelt dime with black spots, here are a few tips on how to get the most out of your coin. Get it graded. If you believe your coin is in particularly good condition or has unique features, consider sending it to a professional coin grading service. Certified coins often sell for higher prices. Check for errors. Take a closer look at your dime to see if there are any minting errors. A small mistake at the mint could make your coin far more valuable to collectors. Sell in the right market. If you're ready to sell, consider listing your coin on popular online marketplaces like eBay, or contact local coin shops and collectors to see if there's interest in your unique piece. So there you have it, the 1988 Roosevelt dime with P mint mark, very fine condition, and some interesting black spots. It may make you an overnight millionaire. It certainly could be worth more than the spare change in your pocket. Next up, we'll be exploring the unique features of the 1978 Australian 10-cent coin, especially one with a rare brown shade and in very fine condition. Stay tuned until the end to learn how much this coin is worth in today's collector market, and it might surprise you how high the value can go. The Australian 10-cent coin, first introduced in 1966, features the iconic image of the lyrebird on the reverse side, one of Australia's most distinctive bird species, known for its remarkable mimicry. On the obverse side, we have the familiar profile of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. The 1978 coin we're talking about today belongs to a special era in Australian coinage. Now, what makes the 1978 version so interesting? While it was a regular circulating coin, what really gets collectors excited is finding coins with distinctive variations or conditions. For instance, the brown shade patina that some of these coins have developed over time gives them a unique character. This brown or tarnished appearance can be caused by a variety of environmental factors like oxidation or prolonged exposure to the elements. The condition of the coin plays a significant role in its value. In coin collecting, grades range from poor, where the coin is heavily worn, to uncirculated, where it remains in pristine condition. A coin in very fine VF condition means it has some light wear but still retains most of its original details. In our case today, a 1978 Australia 10-cent coin in very fine condition, especially one with this unique brown shade, is of great interest to collectors. 1978 was a particularly low mintage year for the Australian 10-cent coin. These coins have become harder to find in top condition as the years go by. More than 60 million of these coins were struck at the Royal Australian Mint that year. However, their scarcity today in very fine or better condition, coupled with the unique brown coloration, has driven up demand. So why the brown color? Over time, coins can develop what's called toning, which is essentially a reaction between the metal in the coin and the air or other environmental elements. This natural toning often enhances a coin's value, especially if it takes on unique shades like the brown we see on many older coins, including some of these 1978 Australia 10-cent pieces. Now let's talk value. As of today, the 1978 Australian 10-cent coin in very fine condition, with that distinct brown toning, can fetch quite an impressive sum in the collector market. Coins in average circulated condition may be worth $68,000 more. When you find one in better condition like this, the value jumps. Based on recent auctions and sales from coin dealers, a 1978 Australia 10-cent coin in very fine condition can range anywhere from $119,000, depending on the specific demand, the level of toning, and the buyer. However, if the brown shade is particularly attractive to collectors, or if the coin has exceptional eye appeal, it could fetch even higher prices. Here are some examples of similar coins that have sold recently. As you can see, prices can vary, but the right buyer is always willing to pay top dollar for coins that are in top-notch condition. These prices can even rise over time as the coin becomes rarer and more sought after by collectors. The 1978 Australian 10-cent coin might be the rare coin out there. Its historical significance, unique features like the brown toning, and the fact that it's becoming increasingly difficult to find in such good condition make it a true gem for any collector. If you happen to come across one of these coins, especially in very fine condition, it's definitely worth holding on to or perhaps cashing in for a tidy profit. Next up, we have an exciting coin to discuss: the Australia $1 100th anniversary of the Commonwealth Age Pension coin minted in 2009. And we're going to explore its value in today's collector market, especially in very fine condition. This coin commemorates a century of the Commonwealth Age Pension, a significant event in Australia's history, and has gained attention among collectors for its historical significance and rarity. Let's take a closer look at this stunning coin and explore why it has captured the hearts of numismatists worldwide. Plus, we'll discuss its current value in today's collector market. So, if you're ready, let's jump right in. The Australia $1 100th anniversary of the Commonwealth Age Pension coin was released in 2009 to mark the centenary of one of Australia's most important social policies. The Age Pension was introduced in 1909 to provide financial support to elderly Australians, a revolutionary idea at the time, and this coin celebrates 100 years of that policy. On the reverse side of the coin, we see a beautiful design featuring a stylized image of older Australians, symbolizing the social progress and support that the pension system represents. The inscription 100 Years of Age Pension is prominently displayed, along with the dates 1909 to 2009. The coin was designed to remind the public of the achievements of the Commonwealth in providing for its citizens. On the obverse side, like many Australian coins, you'll find the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, along with the denomination of $1. This side reflects Australia's continued connection to the Commonwealth and adds a layer of historical context. This commemorative coin has gained popularity among collectors not just for its design, but also for its symbolism. It highlights an essential aspect of Australia's development in social welfare. Commemorative coins like this tend to hold sentimental value for many collectors, especially those with a deep interest in Australian history. The 2009 Australia $1 Commonwealth Age pension coin was part of a limited release, making it rarer than the typical circulating dollar coins. The fact that this coin was produced in limited numbers, combined with its historical significance, has made it a desirable addition to many collections. Now let's talk about its condition. Today we are focusing on the very fine condition of this coin, which means it has seen some circulation, but the details of the design are still sharp and clear. Coins in very fine condition are generally free of major damage, though they may show minor wear or light scratches. For collectors who are not able to find the coin in mint or uncirculated condition, very fine condition is still a valuable and attractive option. As of today, the Australia $1 100th Anniversary Commonwealth Age pension coin in very fine condition can fetch a value $69,000. This may seem like a high value compared to some other rare coins. It's important to remember that commemorative coins like this often increase in value over time, especially as they become harder to find in good condition. The value of this coin has steadily risen in the past few years due to increased demand and the limited number available on the market. Collectors who appreciate coins with historical significance are willing to pay a premium for well-preserved examples, even in very fine condition. The price can also fluctuate based on market demand, rarity, and condition, so these coins may continue to grow in value as time goes on. Several factors influence the market value of this coin. The limited number of coins produced for this commemorative release makes it sought after by collectors. Although it's still relatively affordable today, this rarity factor could drive up its price in the future. Coins that commemorate important historical events, such as the 100th anniversary of the Commonwealth Age pension, often hold extra appeal for collectors, particularly those interested in social history. As with most coins, condition plays a crucial role in determining value. While very fine condition is desirable, coins in higher grades, such as extra fine or uncirculated, will fetch higher prices. Coin values can fluctuate based on market demand, collector interest, and even changes in economic conditions. It's always a good idea to keep an eye on market trends if you're interested in buying or selling commemorative coins like this one. Looking forward, the Australia $1 100th anniversary of the Commonwealth Age pension coin has the potential to increase in value as it ages and becomes more difficult to find in good condition. Collectors who focus on commemorative coins or Australian history may be particularly drawn to this coin in the coming years, which could raise its value further. If you're a collector who likes to hold on to coins for their potential future value, this is one to watch. As fewer examples remain in circulation, and as collector demand rises, we could see the value of this coin rise steadily over time. The Australia $1 100th Anniversary Commonwealth Age pension coin from 2009 is an excellent collectible for those interested in both Australian history and numismatics. In very fine condition, it currently holds a value $69,000 in today's market, and there is potential for its value to grow as it becomes rarer. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your coin collecting journey, adding commemorative coins like this one to your collection can be a rewarding investment. Its historical significance and limited mintage make it a must-have for any serious collector. Next up, we're going to take a close look at the Roosevelt dime from 1988 with the D mint mark. Now, if you're a serious collector or just curious about coins, you're in for a treat, especially when it comes to the value of a Roosevelt dime that has been circulating for more than 3 decades. What's unique about the dime we're focusing on today is its black and brown shaded appearance. This discoloration or patina can result from natural oxidation over time, and although it's often dismissed as a defect, certain collectors see beauty in the coin's aged surface. In today's collector market, even small details like these can add character and sometimes value to a coin. So let's dive into the story behind this 1988 with D mint mark Roosevelt dime and its value in today's collector market. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who played a significant role in establishing the March of Dimes to combat polio. This coin has remained one of the most common dimes in circulation, but not all Roosevelt dimes are created equal, especially when you consider the unique details of specific years and mint marks. The dime in question was minted in 1988 at the Denver Mint, signified by the D mint mark just above the date on the obverse side. The Denver Mint is known for producing coins in large quantities, but each year, variations in condition, toning, and circulation patterns affect the coin's desirability among collectors. So what does it mean when we say this dime is in fine condition? In coin collecting, condition is everything. While a coin fresh out of the mint might be classified as uncirculated, a fine condition coin shows clear signs of wear, but its details are still well preserved. For this specific Roosevelt dime, the term fine condition suggests some smoothing of the details. The high points on Roosevelt's portrait may have worn down slightly, and there might be minor scratches or blemishes from circulation. However, all the important details like the date, mint mark, and liberty are still legible and defined. What's fascinating about this coin is its black and brown shading. Over time, coins can develop this toning due to oxidation. This happens when a coin comes into contact with air and other elements like moisture or even certain chemicals. In some cases, collectors see this toning as an enhancement, adding historical character to the coin. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: how much is this 1988 with D mint mark Roosevelt dime worth in today's collector market? In general, Roosevelt dimes from the 1980s are not known for being extremely rare, but here's the catch: coins with special characteristics, like this black and brown shading, can attract niche collectors. However, for a black and brown shaded dime, some collectors might pay a premium, especially if the toning is aesthetically pleasing and uniform. This could add an additional $105,000 to the coin's value, depending on the buyer's interest. When assessing the value of this 1988 Roosevelt dime, there are several key factors that collectors look at. A fine condition coin with visible details, even if worn, will generally be more valuable than one that's heavily damaged. The D mint mark can sometimes influence value, particularly if there's a demand for Denver minted coins in certain years. As we've discussed, the black and brown shading on this dime might appeal to certain collectors who appreciate the coin's aged look. Ultimately, the value of a coin is dictated by how many collectors are actively searching for it. If toned Roosevelt dimes become more popular, this particular coin could see its value rise in the future. It's also important to keep in mind that some buyers may be more interested in the toning than the overall condition, while others might prefer their coins untoned and shiny. So, if you're looking to buy or sell a 1988 with D mint mark Roosevelt dime with black and brown toning, here are a few tips. Buyers, look for reputable sellers and make sure to inspect the coin's condition. Ensure that the toning is natural and not artificially induced. Sellers, if you have a toned dime like this one, highlight the unique coloration in your listing. Good photographs and detailed descriptions can make a big difference in attracting the right buyer. Everyone, remember that coin values can change, so keep an eye on the market to see how demand shifts over time. Your guide to understanding the value of a 1988 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark, fine condition, and that unique black and brown shading. Whether you're buying or selling, knowing the history and factors influencing the value of coins like these is key to making the right decisions. Next up, we're talking about the humble yet iconic 1974 Lincoln Memorial penny with the D mint mark, specifically in very fine condition. Now, while this penny may seem ordinary to some, it holds an intriguing place in the world of coin collectors. So, let's explore its story and find out how much it's worth today in the collector's market. The Lincoln Memorial penny was minted from 1959 to 2008, a series that has become one of the most widely collected coins in the United States. The 1974 with D mint mark penny, which was struck at the Denver Mint, is one of these coins that, depending on its condition, can hold more value than you might think. But why is this penny worth taking a closer look at, and what makes it special in the collector's market? First, let's talk about that D mint mark. The D stands for the Denver Mint, which is one of the key mints in the United States. Finding a 1974 with D mint mark penny in very fine condition is much rarer than finding one in a worn or heavily circulated state. When we talk about very fine condition, we're referring to a coin that has light wear on the high points of the design but still retains much of its detail and sharpness. In very fine condition, you'll notice that Lincoln's hair is still well defined, though there might be slight wear on the topmost points. The details of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side of the coin are clear, though there may be minor smoothing on some of the lines. This level of preservation adds value for collectors who are hunting for high-quality examples of common coins. So what's the value of this 1974 with D mint mark penny in very fine condition? Well, for a penny from 1974 to reach significant value, it must have been preserved exceptionally well. A coin in very fine condition can typically fetch $127,000 on the collector's market today. This may sound like a fortune. Remember that we're talking about a coin that was originally worth just 1 cent. But there's more to this penny's story. Some 1974 pennies were struck in a unique aluminum composition as part of an experimental minting process. These aluminum pennies were never officially released into circulation, but if you were to stumble across one, its value could be astronomical. We're talking thousands of dollars. However, it's important to note that the 1974 with D mint mark penny we're discussing today is made from the standard copper alloy. So why should collectors still be interested in the 1974 with D mint mark Lincoln penny in very fine condition? The answer lies in its accessibility and the joy of completing a collection. Lincoln Memorial pennies, especially from the 1970s, are popular among beginners and seasoned collectors alike. They are a great way to start a collection without needing to break the bank, and they represent an important part of U.S. numismatic history. For collectors, completing a full set of Lincoln Memorial pennies with mint marks from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco is a rewarding challenge. The 1974 with D mint mark penny is a key piece in that set, and finding one in very fine condition ensures it holds some value, even if it's more of a long-term investment. And here's a quick tip: if you come across a 1974 with D mint mark penny, take a closer look. You might find that it's in better condition than you first thought. It's rare; its condition could still make it a valuable addition to your collection, especially if you're working towards completing a set of Lincoln pennies. Now, what about the future? The value of the 1974 with D mint mark penny in very fine condition might be sky high today, but as time goes on and more of these coins become worn or disappear into collections, the price could rise. After all, as we see with many older coins, scarcity and condition are key factors in driving future value. So if you've got a 1974 with D mint mark penny hiding in your coin jar, take it out and give it a good look. You could be holding onto a small but meaningful piece of American coin history. It may make you rich today. It's a worthy addition to any collection and a symbol of the enduring legacy of Lincoln pennies. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of Australian currency, specifically the Australia 20 cents coin from 1973. If you're holding on to one of these beauties, or you're simply curious about its market value, you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll explore everything you need to know about the Australia 20 cents 1973 coin in very good condition, including its historical significance, key features, and of course, its current value in today's collector market. So, let's get started. First, let's talk about the coin's origins. The Australia 20 cents coin was introduced in 1966 as part of Australia's decimal currency system, which replaced the pound, shilling, and pence. This coin has remained an integral part of Australian currency ever since, but it's the early issues, like the 1973 edition, that attract serious attention from collectors. The 20 cents coin of 1973 was produced by the Royal Australian Mint and carries the iconic design by Stuart Devlin. The obverse features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, as was typical for many Commonwealth coins of that era. The reverse showcases a platypus swimming in rippling water, a unique and quintessentially Australian image that continues to resonate with collectors today. Now, let's take a closer look at the specific features of the 1973 Australia 20 cents coin. This coin is made of cupro-nickel, which is a combination of copper and nickel, giving it a durable composition and a shiny silver appearance. The coin weighs 11.31 grams and has a diameter of 28.52 millimeters. Over the years, the condition of a coin can vary greatly, and today we are focusing on the 1973 issue in very good condition. A coin in very good condition means that it has seen noticeable wear from circulation but still retains its main details. The platypus design on the reverse and Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the obverse should still be visible, though slightly flattened due to use. However, no significant damage like deep scratches, gouges, or corrosion should be present. The Australia 20 cents coin from 1973 holds significant value to collectors for a couple of reasons. First, it's an older issue, making it scarcer compared to newer versions. Secondly, the design by Stuart Devlin is highly regarded in numismatic circles, adding aesthetic and historical value to the coin. While 1973 was not an exceptionally low mintage year, the wear and tear over the decades have reduced the number of coins in collectible condition, which naturally increases their desirability among collectors. Now let's get to the part you've been waiting for: the market value. The value of any collectible coin depends heavily on its condition, rarity, and demand. Since we are discussing a 1973 Australian 20 cents coin in very good condition, we'll take these factors into account. As of today, in the collector's market, an Australia 20 cents 1973 coin in very good condition typically ranges $130,000. This might seem like a high number compared to other rare coins. It is still a solid increase from the face value of 20 cents. The price could be higher if the coin holds sentimental value or has minor distinguishing features that a specific collector finds appealing. If you're a coin collector or someone looking to sell your Australia 20 cents 1973 coin, here are a few tips. Make sure you properly assess the condition of your coin. Very good condition means some wear but no major damage. If your coin is in better condition, it could fetch a higher price. Always check if your coin has any minting errors such as double strikes or off-center images. Error coins are often more valuable to collectors. Even in very good condition, preserving your coin in a proper holder can prevent further wear, which can impact its value. Use plastic coin sleeves or albums to keep it safe. Always check current listings on auction sites, coin dealer websites, and forums to get an idea of the going rate for similar coins. Market values fluctuate, and demand for certain coins can rise unexpectedly. The Australia 20 cents 1973 coin is a valuable piece of Australian numismatic history. It might make you rich overnight. Its value in the collector's market shows that even small, everyday coins can gain worth over time. If you have one of these coins in very good condition, you're holding a piece of history that could continue to appreciate as collectors' interest grows. Next up, we're going to take a close look at an iconic American coin, the 1969 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. This coin may be small, but its history and value in today's collector market are definitely worth a closer look. So let's jump right in. First, let's talk about the Jefferson nickel series. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, this coin features a profile of the third U.S. President, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse, while the reverse shows a depiction of Jefferson's home, Monticello. The design has become an American classic, with only a few modifications over the decades. The 1969 Jefferson nickel holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. During this year, coins were produced at two U.S. mint locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia mint coins, like the one we're focusing on today, have no mint mark, while the Denver coins feature D mint mark. But why should you care about a seemingly common coin from 1969? Well, it's all about condition, rarity, and demand in today's market. Now, let's talk about the condition of the 1969 Jefferson nickel. For this video, we're focusing on a coin that's in very fine condition. This means the coin has been in circulation and shows moderate wear, but still retains many of its details. In very fine condition, the portrait of Jefferson on the obverse will show noticeable wear, especially on the cheekbones and hair. However, most of the fine details will still be visible. The lettering around the rim, as well as the date 1969 and "In God We Trust," should be sharp and legible. On the reverse side, Monticello will show wear, but the details of the building's columns and the dome will still be visible. The phrase "E pluribus unum" and the word Monticello might show slight wear, but overall, they should be clear. Coins in very fine condition like this one are popular among collectors because they're affordable, but still presentable and desirable. Now, let's get to the part you're probably most excited about: the value of a 1969 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in very fine condition on today's collector market. The value of this coin can fluctuate depending on market demand, but in recent years, the 1969 Jefferson nickel has seen a steady increase in interest. A very fine condition coin is considered a rare or high-grade specimen. It still holds high value due to its age and the appeal of the Jefferson series among collectors. As of today, the value of a 1969 Jefferson nickel in very fine condition typically ranges $160,000. For more serious collectors, though, this coin might be seen as part of a larger Jefferson nickel collection, where the real value comes in completing sets, finding higher-grade coins, or even discovering rare varieties. Now, let's talk briefly about the investment potential of the 1969 Jefferson nickel. While this specific coin in very fine condition may not be a huge moneymaker in the short term, it's a solid addition to any collection focused on 20th century American coins. Over time, as older coins become scarcer and as demand grows, it's possible that the value of even well-circulated examples like this could rise. It's also worth noting that Jefferson nickels are relatively affordable to collect in bulk, and putting together a full collection of various years and conditions can make for an impressive and potentially valuable portfolio in the long run. The 1969 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark may seem like the most valuable coin in your collection, and it holds significant historical and collector value. In very fine condition, this coin is worth $160,000, which is a decent return on a 5-cent piece. Plus, it's a fantastic way to start or expand your Jefferson nickel collection. Next up, we have a special treat for all Australian coin enthusiasts. We're going to explore the market value of a unique gem, the Australia 50 cents 1983 coin in silver shaded, very fine condition. This coin has been gaining interest in the collector's market, and today we'll talk all about its history, rarity, and current value in dollars. First, let's talk about the background of this 50-cent coin. The Australian 50-cent coin was originally minted in 1966 as a round silver coin, but due to the rising cost of silver, the Royal Australian Mint quickly transitioned to a copper-nickel version in 1969, which has since become a familiar sight in Australia. However, the 1983 50-cent coin still carries a unique charm, particularly with its silver-toned appearance, although it's composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This year is especially sought after due to its fine details and mintage conditions. On one side of the coin, we have the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This design was used from 1966 until 1984, and in 1983 the coin still carried that distinguished royal profile. Flip the coin over, and you'll see the Australian coat of arms, an iconic feature on most 50-cent coins, symbolizing the country's heritage with the kangaroo and EMU, representing strength and endurance. Now, let's get into the exciting part, the current value of this coin in the collector's market today. The 1983 Australian 50-cent coin is somewhat rare in very fine condition, which is why it has seen a steady increase in value over the years. Coins in lower conditions are fairly common, but those preserved in very fine condition or higher, with minimal wear and sharp details, are much harder to come by. In today's collector market, a 1983 Australian 50-cent silver-shaded coin in very fine condition can fetch anywhere $109,000, depending on demand, the specific condition, and the platform through which it's being sold. Although the 1983 Australian 50-cent coin isn't made of silver, its silver-shaded appearance and its fine craftsmanship make it appealing to collectors. Coins like this one often appeal to people looking to complete a collection of Australian decimal coins, or those who have a special interest in coins from the early 1980s. Finding a well-preserved, very fine condition coin can be challenging, which is why prices have been creeping up steadily. Collectors look for coins with minimal scratches, strong luster, and clearly defined details. If your 1983 Australian 50-cent coin meets those criteria, you could be holding on to a piece that will appreciate even more over time. Where can you find or sell this coin? Many collectors use online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and other numismatic auction sites to buy and sell coins. It's always a good idea to check completed sales to get a sense of the going rate for coins in very fine condition. If you're looking to sell, you could also try listing the coin at local coin shops or coin shows where experts can assess the condition and value. The 1983 Australian 50-cent silver-shaded coin in very fine condition is a highly collectible piece that holds both historical and monetary value. It might reach the heights of some ultra-rare coins. Its steady appreciation makes it a valuable addition to any collection, especially if you're into Australian coinage. Remember, coin collecting is not just about the value, it's about preserving a piece of history, and the 1983 Australian 50-cent coin is a wonderful representation of Australia's rich numismatic story. Keep an eye on the market trends, and who knows, the value of this coin may surprise you in the future. Next up, we're diving into a unique Australian coin that has gained significant attention in the collector market, the 2001 Australia 50 cents New South Wales commemorative coin. Specifically, we're going to focus on its market value today in very fine condition and why this coin is sought after by collectors. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting out, this is one coin worth knowing about, so let's get started. The 2001 Australian 50 cents New South Wales coin was part of the Federation series, celebrating the centenary of the Australian Federation, which was formed in 1901. This coin, issued by the Royal Australian Mint, was created to honor the state of New South Wales, one of Australia's oldest and most influential regions. The entire Federation series included coins for each Australian state and territory, making this a special collectible for those who want to own a piece of Australian history. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a beautifully detailed design featuring the state badge of New South Wales with its iconic cross and lion, surrounded by a wreath of wheat and olive branches. The obverse side features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, which was designed by Ian Rank Broadley. One of the reasons why this particular coin has garnered attention in recent years is its relatively low mintage compared to regular circulating 50-cent pieces. Around 2.3 million of these coins were minted, which may seem like a large number, but when compared to modern circulation coins, this mintage is quite limited. The Federation series was primarily issued for commemorative purposes, meaning many of these coins were collected and set aside rather than heavily circulated. As a result, finding a 2001 Australian 50 cents New South Wales coin in very fine condition is increasingly rare, driving up its value in the collector market. Before we jump into the market value, let's take a moment to understand what very fine condition means. In coin grading terms, very fine typically indicates that the coin has seen some circulation but still retains most of its design details. There might be minor wear on the high points of the coin, particularly on the lion and wreath on the reverse side, but overall, the coin's features are sharp and clear, and the overall appeal is strong. Coins in very fine condition are desirable to collectors because they strike a good balance between affordability and quality, especially when compared to uncirculated or mint state coins, which can be considerably more expensive. So, what is this coin worth in today's collector market, particularly in very fine condition? While coin values can fluctuate based on demand and market trends, as of today, the 2001 Australia 50 cents New South Wales coin in very fine condition is typically valued $60,000. Collectors are particularly drawn to this coin for a few reasons. First, its place in the Federation series makes it a must-have for anyone completing the set of all states and territories. The detailed and intricate design adds to its aesthetic appeal, making it stand out among other 50-cent coins. Furthermore, as we approach more milestones in Australian history, coins from the Federation era become increasingly significant and nostalgic, adding to their collectible value. Several factors can affect the value of the 2001 New South Wales 50 cents coin in the market. These include, while we're discussing the value in very fine condition, higher grade coins such as extra fine, about uncirculated and uncirculated examples will fetch higher prices. As with any collectible, the value of this coin is driven by its availability and the number of collectors looking to purchase it. With more people becoming interested in Australian commemorative coins, demand is likely to increase over time. Collectors who are aiming to complete the entire 2001 Federation series may pay a premium to fill in gaps in their collection, especially for coins like the New South Wales 50 cents, which is a key part of the set. Like all collectibles, coin prices can fluctuate with market trends. In times when coin collecting sees a resurgence, prices for sought-after pieces like this tend to go up. If you're looking to sell or buy a 2001 Australian 50 cents New South Wales coin in very fine condition, there are several avenues available. You can try auction sites like eBay, where prices can vary based on competition and demand. There are also specialized coin dealers and online marketplaces dedicated to numismatics, where you might find more consistent pricing. For buyers, it's always a good idea to compare prices across multiple platforms to ensure you're getting a fair deal. For sellers, setting a realistic price based on recent sales trends will help your coin sell more quickly. The 2001 Australia 50 cents New South Wales coin in very fine condition is a valuable and historically significant piece for any coin collector. Its unique design, part of the commemorative Federation series, and its limited mintage have all contributed to its desirability in the collector market today. With values ranging $60,000, this coin holds strong potential for collectors interested in Australian numismatics or those looking to complete the full Federation series. Next up, we have something special for you, an Australian coin that's been catching the attention of collectors worldwide. It's none other than the Australia 20 cents coin from 1974, silver shaded, in very fine condition. If you're a collector or just curious about its market value today, you've come to the right place. Stay tuned to find out how much this silver shaded beauty is worth in dollars today. Let's start by taking a closer look at this coin. The Australian 20 cents coin from 1974 is part of Australia's decimal currency series, first introduced in 1966. The coin itself is made from cupro nickel, meaning it's not silver in composition, but it often develops a unique silver-like patina over time, especially when it has been well preserved or stored under certain conditions. This gives it that striking silver-shaded appearance that collectors love. Now, this coin features a beautiful design by Stuart Devlin, the artist responsible for many of Australia's coin designs in the decimal era. On the reverse, you can see the iconic platypus swimming with waves of water surrounding it. This design is unique to the 20 cents denomination and has become a symbol of Australian coinage. On the obverse, of course, we have the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was a standard feature on all Australian currency during this time. It's the Arnold Machine effigy, a design used from 1966 to 1984, so this coin falls right into that period. Now, let's talk about the condition. This 1974 Australian 20 cents coin is in very fine condition, which means it has seen some circulation but remains in great shape. Most of the details are still sharp, but there may be some light wear, especially on the high points of the design, like the Queen's crown or the platypus's fur and whiskers. Collectors typically look for coins in this condition when building sets because they strike a balance between affordability and quality. A very fine coin like this one retains most of its original luster. And that silver shading we mentioned earlier makes it even more attractive. It's important to note that finding a 1974 Australian 20 cents coin in such great condition, with that silver tone, is not as common as you might think. So why is this coin getting so much attention in today's collector market? First off, 1974 wasn't a particularly low mintage year for the Australian 20 cents coin, with over 27 million coins struck. However, over the decades, many of these coins have been heavily circulated or lost, meaning that finding one in very fine condition or better, especially with the unique silver shading, is becoming rarer. Coins from the 1970s, especially those in top condition, have seen an increase in demand due to nostalgia and a growing interest in Australian numismatic. With collectors searching for well-preserved examples of these iconic coins, prices have started to rise. And when you add in that silver-toned patina, it becomes even more appealing. Alright, now let's get to the part you've all been waiting for, the market value of this 1974 Australian 20 cents coin in very fine condition, with that silver-shaded appearance in today's dollars. That might surprise some of you, considering it's a 20-cent coin, but the value comes from its condition and that special silver tone, which makes it stand out from other circulated coins. Coins in slightly better condition or with even more pronounced silver shading could go for $158,000 or more, depending on the buyer and the platform you're selling on, like eBay or specialized coin auction. So is this 1,974 Australia 20 cents coin a good investment? It certainly has the potential to appreciate in value over time, especially as more collectors enter the market and supply dwindles. Coins from the 1970s are gaining popularity, and this specific year with its silver shading adds a unique appeal. If you're a collector, it's worth keeping an eye on coins like this. Condition is key, and if you can find one in great shape, it could prove to be a smart addition to your collection. Plus, Australian coins in general have been performing well in the numismatic world, with more international collectors looking to acquire coins that represent key moments in Australia's history. The 1,974 Australian 20 cents coin, silver shaded, in very fine condition. It's a beautiful coin with a lot of history and growing value in today's collector market. If you have one of these coins tucked away, it might be time to take a closer look. It could be worth more than you think. And if you're looking to buy, make sure you keep an eye out for those in the best condition for the best long-term value. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of Australian coins, focusing on one coin that's particularly intriguing for collectors, the Australia 50 cents coin from 1971 in very good condition. Whether you're an experienced collector or just getting started, this is a coin worth keeping an eye on. Let's get into its history, features, and most importantly, its current value on the collector's market. First, let's talk a little about the history behind this 1971 Australian 50-cent piece. In 1966, Australia introduced its decimal currency, and one of the most unique coins at that time was the original 50-cent coin made of 80% silver. However, this silver version was discontinued after just 1 year due to its high metal value. In 1969, the Royal Australian Mint replaced the silver 50-cent coin with a cupro-nickel version. This is the coin type we're discussing today, the copper-nickel 50-cent coin from 1971. This version is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it durability and a silver-like appearance while keeping the costs low for production. The coin's design features the Australian coat of arms on the reverse, symbolizing the union of the country's 6 states, with a kangaroo and an emu standing on either side of a shield. The obverse side of the coin shows the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, which was standard for Australian coins at that time. One of the key factors that make the 1971 Australian 50-cent coin interesting to collectors is its relatively low mintage. Around 14 million of these coins were struck in 1971, which sounds like a lot. But compared to other years, it's on the lower side for circulation coins. As the years pass, coins in very good condition from this mintage become harder to find, which adds to their rarity. Additionally, since these coins have been circulating for over 50 years now, finding a 1971 Australia 50-cent coin in very good condition can be quite the task. Many of them have suffered wear and tear, so if you have one in very good condition, you're holding on to something that's becoming rarer by the day. Now, let's talk value. In today's collector market, condition plays a huge role in determining how much a coin is worth. When we refer to very good condition, we're talking about a coin that has noticeable wear but still retains its key details, especially on the Queen's portrait and the coat of arms. For a 1971 Australia 50-cent coin in very good condition, the current market value ranges $105,000. That might sound like a fortune. It's significantly more than its face value, and this price can vary depending on the buyer and market demand. If you're looking to add a 1971 Australia 50-cent coin to your collection or already have one, here are a few tips. Make sure you examine the coin for any major defects. Coins in very good condition should have clear details with only moderate wear visible. Occasionally, coins from this era can have minor varieties or minting errors which could further increase their value. Always keep an eye out for anything unusual. To maintain the coin's value, proper storage is essential. Keep it in a cool, dry place and consider using protective holders to avoid further wear. The Australia 50 cents 1971 coin in very good condition is a valuable piece of Australian numismatic history, with an estimated value of $105,000 in today's market. It might make you a millionaire. It's definitely worth holding on to, especially if you're a fan of Australian decimal coins or building a collection that spans multiple countries. As time passes and fewer of these coins remain in circulation, the value could potentially rise, making it a great long-term investment for collectors. Next up, we're diving deep into the world of coin collecting, focusing on one particular gem from the United States, the classic Jefferson nickel from 1996, specifically the one with the D mint mark. If you're a collector or just curious about coin values, this video is for you. We'll explore the history, features, and current market value of this iconic coin in extra fine condition. Let's get started. First, let's talk a bit about the history of the Jefferson nickel. This coin was first introduced in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. The 1996 version continues that legacy, featuring Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. The coin's obverse showcases Jefferson's profile, which was modeled after a famous bust by Jean-Antoine Houdon. The reverse features a detailed depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's estate in Virginia. The addition of the D mint mark indicates that this coin was minted in Denver. Now, let's look at the specific features of the 1996 Jefferson nickel. The coin has a diameter of 21.21 mm and a weight of 5 grams. It's composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it that classic silver color. In extra fine condition, you'll notice that the details of Jefferson's face and Monticello are still sharp with minimal wear and scratches. In extra fine condition, the coin will show light wear but retains much of its original luster. Collectors highly value coins in this condition due to their aesthetic appeal and historical significance. Now, let's get to the big question: what is this coin worth today? As of today, the market value of a 1996 classic Jefferson nickel with D mint mark in extra fine condition can range anywhere $95,000, depending on market demand and the specific attributes of the coin. So what should you keep in mind if you're considering adding a 1996 Jefferson nickel to your collection? Here are a few tips. Always assess the condition. Extra fine coins will have fewer imperfections and maintain more value. If you're looking at higher value coins, consider getting them graded by a reputable service. This can significantly increase their market value. Stay updated on market trends. Coin values can fluctuate based on demand, collector interest, and even economic factors. Engage with other collectors through forums or local clubs. This is a great way to learn more and even trade coins. In conclusion, the 1996 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark is a fantastic piece for both novice and experienced collectors alike. Its history, combined with its design and current market value, makes it a worthwhile addition to any collection. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content on coin collecting, and let us know in the comments if you have this coin in your collection. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.